Hey guys, what's up? What's up? It's me, Sean John, aka your Moving Biz CEO, and I got a great video, man. If you guys have been tuning in, catching like my last few videos, they've really been good. I've been giving out some great content, like some game-changing content, some stuff that could change your business, how you do business now and in the future. And so I enjoy doing it. It gives me a lot of joy to be able to come on and share this content with you. Also, thank you to everyone who's left the feedback, the commentary. I really appreciate it. Yes, I am working on some things to make this show better, including a microphone, which a lot of you have been wanting me to get one, right? So keep in mind, this is my first time around, so I'm still learning as I go. And so that's something I want to work on. So stay tuned for that. Working on that now. Hope to have something in place very, very soon. So I appreciate all the feedback. I just want to make this show as valuable as possible. And I know you guys are helping me to do that by tuning in, by giving me some insight and giving me some recommendations. And look, I appreciate it. And because I want to get the same value back to you. So feel free to drop a comment. Feel free to drop your business name. Again, if you're in need of coaching, I do offer that. Just put coaching or mentorship in the course. I'm sorry, in the comments. I do have a course, by the way. It's going to be in the first comment below. Click the link. It's very affordable. Get it. It's about 3.5 hours long. It's going to teach you how to grow your business from where you are today, hopefully to 10x in the first 90 days. So I teach you a few things, 5 steps. Lead conversion. Well, I'll teach you how to get a lead. I teach you lead conversion. So lead generation, lead conversion, and then I teach you how to get the best reviews, how to hire your customers. That's something new, but it's going to be really, really interesting. Teach you how to market very affordably. I teach you also how to retain your customers, right? And how to do customer ascension. Right, where you guys go in there and your customers only pay you one time for one thing, but I want to teach you how to get paid for more, right? And so that's all a part of it. Click the link in the first comment below, jump on it. So all right, going into it, thank you for all the new subscribers too. We're almost to 400. I think we can get to 500 very quickly, so help me do that. Spread the word, please. All right, taking the lead. We're going to talk about taking the lead real quick. So in business, usually when you start a small business, that means you're everything. I call it the Tyler Perry syndrome, right? So that means you're Medea. Those of you who are familiar with Tyler Perry. If you're not, Tyler Perry plays a bunch of characters. He's a cameraman. He writes a show. He does pretty much everything. And that's okay in show business, but it's not okay in business. So you don't want to be structured that way because it'll burn you out, cause you to have to do everything. You want to think like a CEO, not a person who does all the work. The key to growing a business and scaling a business, because a lot of you are stuck, is delegating. Having systems, process, delegating people, product, process, right? So we'll talk about that another day. Today we're going to talk about the importance of the getting the leads, and then what do you do, right? So you want to take your customer from a stranger to doing business with you, right? And so you got to have some things in place. And so we're going to cover just a couple things today that you can utilize, that I know it'll work for you because it works for me. And it's usually what I say is unconventional. When I talk about hiring your customers, nobody's talking about that. I'm a little unconventional, I get it. But it works for me, and I'm telling you it'll probably work for you and do the same for you. So the first thing, we want to get as much customer access as possible. That's why I think marketing is the most important part of your business. I know you want your service to be great, but it does not matter if you're a 5-star service and nobody knows you exist. But you will get a call if you're a 1-star service and your marketing is on point and your numbers everywhere, right? There's a big difference, right? So that's why, because you could always fix the back thing. If I don't know you exist, you can't fix that. I can't even call you, right? So you always want to stay on top of that. Want to put the customer into a yes environment where they're comfortable saying yes. So one of the first things, I guess I'll write them down as I go. One of the first things when it comes to taking the lead and converting a stranger into a customer, you want to have a very, very polite opening or greeting. And again, guys, I don't write that well, so you're welcome to zoom in, screenshot this. I don't mind. I just want you to use it to help your company be better. So have a very, very polite greeting. The reason you want to do that is because it creates a safe yes environment. And guys, let me say, I apologize that some of these videos go long. I really try to make them short, but once I get into it, I just start pouring it out, and it just starts flowing out of me automatically because I enjoy doing this. And then I look up and I'm like 10, 12 minutes in, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. But if you guys don't mind the videos going longer, just let me know. If you don't mind, just say, hey, I don't mind. Or if you don't mind, just drop a one in the comments that's just said, hey, I don't mind. Just keep pumping that content. So very polite greeting. This creates a safe yes environment. So if you could get the customer to, remember, you're going to lead the customers, because if you watch my last videos, customers are followers. They'll follow you if they trust you, right? So you want to create a polite greeting whenever you answer the phone or whenever you talk to a customer, even in your text message and emails. You want to do that. And what that does is create a safe yes environment. You want to put them in an environment where they feel safe and comfortable saying yes. So that's huge. The second thing, and it doesn't have to go in a particular order, this is just me. You want to have a script. Why? Because the script allows you to control call flow. A lot of you spend too much time on the phones because the customer has control. They're talking to you about things and that's important to them, but not necessarily important, to what you guys are trying to get accomplished, right? Setting up a move and getting it scheduled, getting the reservation. I've been through it, so I know what I'm talking about. One time I was on the phone with a customer for like 20 minutes when they were telling me about what their daughter was going through, having to transfer to another college. Now that has nothing to do with moving. I've wasted a bunch of time. And so I don't want to get into that anymore. So I want to create a script because I don't want to be on there just winging it. Don't wing it. That's a bad idea in business. Don't wing business, right? So create a script, and that script should give you control of the call flow to where you're getting what you need from the customer, you're learning what the customer needs, and then you're already working on a plan, an offer that can solve the customer's problems, right? And that's what the script's gonna be for. So please, again, don't spend a lot of time going through that or letting the customer have that much control. You don't wanna do that. Third thing is, and I've talked to you about this, you wanna lead the customer. You want to lead the customer. I'm big on that. I'm always talking about leading the customer because I'm a huge believer that customers will follow you. And where do you want to lead them after script? Well, you want to lead them here's all you do to lead. You just assume. All right. I know they say assuming makes a you know what out of you and me, but that may be true, but it's not true in business. It's a great idea to assume. In fact, it's one of the most important parts of your sales process. So you assume the reservation. Why would you assume the reservation? Remember, because I told you the customers are going to follow you. So you always assume the reservation. You take the lead, assume the reservation. It will not make a you know what out of you and me. Notice I didn't say booking or scheduling. I said reservation. The reason I say that is because when you think about appointments, when you think about booking, it's usually something that you don't want to do. It's a divorce attorney, it's a doctor visit, a dental visit. Like I got this appointment. And customers don't want appointments. They want reservations. When you think about reservations, it's something you went out and did on your own. It's something you want to do, right? You think about vacations when you think about reservations. Think about that. Think about being on a tropical island. You think about a reservation is something that I wanted to do, I'm looking forward to doing, and I went and got that done. That's why I like the word reservation. That's why I don't use the other word. So, and that's a big thing. So really quickly wrapping this up, one of the last things, and I'll read it because I know I don't write that legibly, so hang with me. Communicate. You have to communicate to the customers. Whenever I started out, we did a bad job. Customers reach out to us, hey, I haven't heard from you. And it just created a level of distrust. So communicating actually creates trust with the customer. So if you're constantly reaching out to the customer and the customer's not having to reach out to you, listen, one of my big things is if the customer's reaching out to you, you got a problem, right?